Hi, my name is Charlo, and welcome to the SJ Sports Talk channel. As the San Francisco Giants suffer, Hi, my name is Charlo, and welcome to the SJ Sports Talk channel. As the San Francisco 49ers suffer a 26-21 loss at the hands of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And now I would like to welcome Amin the Dream to the post-game show. How are you doing, Amin?
I'm good, bro. How are you doing, Shardol?
I'm doing great. How's your how have you been doing on your channel so far? How's it been growing?
I mean, I haven't really been doing a lot on my channel recently, but I'm excited to be on your channel and excited to talk about the game with you today.
So what were your thought? What were some plays that really stood out to you from this game? I know this was a heartbreaker. I know that the San Francisco 49ers are no longer going to be are no longer undefeated. They're 3-1 now. But do you what does this team have to work on?
I mean, great question first off, Shardol. I mean, offensively, it was really just really bad offensively. Brock Purdy had a terrible game, made a bunch of questionable decisions. Receivers dropping wide open passes. Christian McCaffrey dropping easy passes. Kendrick Bourne dropping easy wide open passes. Just overall really sloppy. The offensive line wasn't great. And overall, special teams also was really bad. The kick return, was it a kick return or a punt return that got taken to the house? A lot of big returns the Jaguars were able to get on them based off kickoffs and punts. Overall, it was just offensively, it was just really sloppy, and even defensively, I think defense was better than the offense and kept us in the game. But even defensively, Travis Etienne was running all over us. Had that big touchdown to start off the game, like 40-yard touchdown to start off the game, and defensively we were getting run the Jaguars were just able to run the ball on us with ease. And I think part of that is not having Nick Bosa, because obviously when you lose a player like that, that's huge, and that's a huge loss for your Niners defense. But even despite the way that the defense played today, I still give them some level of credit, because throughout that entire game, even to the last 2 minutes when the Niners had the ball 21-26, the reason why they still even had an opportunity to win the game was because the defense gave and put them in a position and gave them the opportunity to. So credit to the defense, obviously things that need to be fixed, but I'm more worried offensively because offense was terrible, and Brock Purdy's decision making today, he had a lot of questionable decisions.
So I was watching the game when I was coming back from San Francisco. I was going to watch a baseball game up in San Francisco, and I was watching the game on my phone, the Jaguars and Niners game, and um when the Jaguars scored on that 51-yard punt return and returned it in for a touchdown, I was crashing out, man. I was like, they like the Niners weren't doing anything to stop him from running. Like that's the problem with the Niners. They gotta stop opposing players from scoring easy touchdowns like that. Because if the Niners have stopped Jacksonville, they wouldn't have scored that touchdown, and the lead wouldn't have been 12 at that point. And then at that point, the game just broke down. At that point, it was like, I mean, the Niners came back. They scored a touchdown and made it 26-20, and then they scored the extra point and made it 26-21. But after that point, I mean, there wasn't. I mean, they couldn't really come back. I mean, was that the point when you watched the game? Was that the point that you knew that the game was over?
I mean, I don't know if I would say it was over, but it was definitely one of those moments where you're like, the momentum has shifted towards the Jaguar side, and the Jaguars are already pretty much dominating the game, especially in the turnover battle, like in the turnover ratio. They were at, like, it was 2 turnovers to nothing, and they were, obviously playing really well. But at that point, I kind of did feel like it was over in a sense, not fully, but it definitely felt like the momentum shifted towards the Jaguar side, being up by 12, and it's already almost the end of the third quarter, and
I
it's gonna be
mean,
hard to come back from that.
were you saying that the Niners fought really hard in this game? Like they really fought, they really put out all their effort into it. That's what I like about the Niners a lot is they put 100% effort into every game they play, regardless of win or loss, regardless of what the outcome may be. They really put everything out on there on the field. Really, this is why this team is such a resilient organization.
I mean, I would say particularly the defense, shut all, because the defense, even though they obviously, we're getting Travis Etienne had a really good game. The Jaguars running back had a really good game against even the backup running back. I think Tutin Baishal, Tutin or something like that. He was also able to get some good runs on the Niners defense. But credit to the way that Robert Saleh coached, credit to the way that even some guys, the defensive guys, stepped up in Nick Bosa's absence, because the only reason that the Niners even had a chance at the end of the game when they were like, was it 26-21, even after the kick, even after the punt return, the 51-yard punt return, like you said, even after that punt return when it was 26-14, the fact that they didn't allow a single point afterwards throughout the entire fourth quarter and still gave the Niners an opportunity to, go out and win the game. So the
I mean,
Niners
the only
defense,
player that really stepped up for the Niners was Jake Tonjes, the tight end, in replacement for George Kittle, who's
yeah,
currently injured on the IR right now. No, like Jake Tonjes, like he was a name that nobody has ever even heard of that name, but now he's becoming a face. He's making a name for himself in
he's
replacement for George Kittle.
Yep, he's definitely stepped up since Kittle's absence. Obviously, that touchdown in the Seattle game when we pulled out that Week 1 victory, and then even today to have the game be that we were only down by a touchdown after Jake Ton just caught that screen pass and took it to the house for a touchdown.
And
So
it's really and Jake, and it was really for me being a Niner fan, it was such an honor to see Jake Tonjes in the preseason and seeing how well he was in the preseason, how well he was playing over there. That shows that he's definitely making a name for himself. Like he's definitely like people now that know who he is now after what amazing things he's doing on the field. People definitely know him now. Like they definitely know him as a player.
yeah, but I think it's like that mood. Like the Niners have said this before, but that next man up mentality of like obviously Kittle's hurt, and you obviously Kittle's a huge part of this team, and you're not necessarily going to be able to replace Kittle, but who's that guy that's going to step up and try to at least fill the shoes at best that they can? And Jake Tonjes has done that when he's been on the field, and I think he got hurt in the beginning because he like went to the locker room because he almost got hurt in the beginning, and then he still came back and he still played throughout the rest of the game. So luckily, it wasn't too serious of an injury. But yes, Jake Tonjes has stepped up big time with Kittle being absent and Kittle being injured. So
I mean, it's always heartwarming to see a fellow a tight end who's stepping up for in his injured player and really putting up numbers. That's the great part about football as a sport, is that and when player gets injured, all other players step up. They really want to put in that work.
yep, and I mean, if you obviously want to play in the league and play in the NFL in general, and even in Kyle's system, like Kyle really doesn't trust his rookies a lot, but when you're able to do what Jake Tonjes has done, for example, and you're able to like build that trust with Kyle Shanahan and gain Kyle Shanahan's trust, that definitely makes it easier if you want to play and want to be on the field. So what
I
Tonjes
mean,
has done, yep,
like many of my friends are Niner fans, and some people don't know him, but like I'll tell them that you got to know who he is now. I mean, if you don't know who he is, it's a punch to the gut, because he's been doing some really really great things for your team, and you got to get to know him personally.
yep, Tonjes has definitely stepped up. And after today's game, maybe more Niners fans will probably know of him after that touchdown run that he had.
And when the Jacksonville Jaguars scored on that 51 yard punt return to the house, I was losing it. Like I was literally I was not having it, really. Like I was not having it. I was slamming my hands. I was punching the air. I was just like I was not expecting that, you know I mean, the Niners need to stop players like that, right? They can't just let them run all over people's throats.
That definitely was
I
unacceptable.
mean,
That
I was
yeah.
when I saw that, I was fired up, man. I was like, Are you can't let this happen? Like, I was just like, I was not having the best day.
No, I'm with you, dude.
I was
I was
predicting
upset
that
also.
we would go 4-0 today. Like, Niners fans were really optimistic that this team would go 4-0 and beat the Jaguars, but the Jaguars just showed that they're a really good team. They have Travis Etienne. They have um
Trevor
uh
Lawrence.
they have Trevor Lawrence. They have Hunter, who used to play for Colorado under Deion
Yep,
Sanders.
yep.
So the Jaguars just showed that they were the better team today. I mean, it's just what else am I gonna say about this team? I mean, they just played really well today.
No, the Jaguars definitely played well, and it wasn't necessarily that the Jaguars are a better team than the 49ers, but I think that the
And I went
Niners
to
showed
work. I
themselves.
went to work. And asked my coworkers, you if they about the Jaguars and Niners game, and asked their thoughts that do you think the Niners are gonna win? And they said that if I mean, they already knew that the Jaguars are gonna come out strong. They already knew it right off the bat. They knew it. I mean, they knew it. I mean, like you're gonna say the truth. The true. You're gonna say the truth, right? And
Yeah,
nothing but the truth.
and the Jaguars aren't any team to sleep on. The Jaguars are a good team. They have a new head coach in Liam Cohen. The Jaguars are a good team. They have a good record. I'm not the biggest Trevor Lawrence fan, but the Jaguars are a good team, and this was a game on the Niners schedule that they could have lost, and
I
they
just
played sloppy.
I mean, they played sloppy today. Like against Jacksonville, man. Like it was not. You want players to come out strong. I know that, you know, the Jaguars and Niners game today. I know it was competitive, and I both teams really brought the intensity to this matchup, and that's what you want in football. You want it to be a competitive game, and I think this game might was hands on one of the most competitive games I watched because the Niners scored, and then the Jacksonville Jaguars scored, and then it was back and forth. Teams are scoring back and forth, so I think this was highly competitive. I mean, what were your thoughts? Like, how competitive do you think this game was?
I mean, the fact that we had finished the game with 4 turnovers and we still only lost by 5 points tells you something because this team definitely fought. And I would credit to the defense, like I said, because the defense really kept the Niners in this game, even when it should have probably been a blowout. When you have 4 turnovers to none, and when you're losing the turnover ratio battle that much, then you still end up losing, and you still end up losing by only 5 points, end up losing by only a touchdown.
So
And
so
yeah,
when the Jacksonville Jaguars scored that touchdown, um I felt like, in professional sports, when a player's having a bad day, he throws a cooler on the ground or slams a cooler down in anger, or just, just shows it. That's how I felt. Um, I felt like that, man. I mean, like that was unacceptable, man. You can't let those things happen. I mean, it's just I mean, this team is much more better than that to let easy points like that just go by them.
yep, and you said it. This team is definitely better than that, and the fact that they allowed a punt return, like a 51-yard punt return, easy wide open dropped catches on offense. Defense was allowing Travis Etienne to run all over them. There was a lot of things that the Niners. It was a lot of self-inflicted wounds. The Niners really. It wasn't necessarily the Jaguars beat them. It was that the Niners kept hurting themselves and shooting themselves in the foot, and that's why I think the Niners ended up losing this game.
But I just, the Niners, like when I'm looking at the schedule for the Niners, they have some great opponents that they're facing off in the season, man. They got LA Rams, they're facing the Rams. They got the Falcons, they got the Panthers, they got the Bears, man. They got a lot of great teams. Like, you know, as a Niner fan, um, the 49ers 3-1. I know that's not what I wanted because I bet every fan wanted us to go be undefeated and just continue that streak, can continue that winning streak as many as much as the team can. But it was just like, I don't know what happened today, man. Like I'm at loss of words, really. Like I you don't normally see me in this frustrated state, right? I'm always this upgoing happy guy. My team is the Niners win, and then I'm all happy and celebrate and everything like that. But it was just like, I don't like to be dejected like this, man. This is not my state. But when my team just gives up a lead, like this is the problem with the Niners. They have a lead and they give it up. Is that the thing that frustrates you about this football team? Is that they have like a substantial lead in the game, and they lose it, and they're not able to hold on to a lead.
I mean, that's something that's bothered me in the past because I feel like both the Super Bowls and NFC Championship games and big moments, the Niners will have the lead and they aren't able to like close it and finish the game. But in this game in particular, the Niners didn't have a lead throughout the entire game. The Niners were playing from down, and the Niners had multiple opportunities to go out and win this game. And like 4th and 3 was it? We were only losing by a touchdown. Fourth
No,
and
no,
three in the red zone,
no.
and
The
they
four,
ended.
no, the 49ers had a lead in the third quarter, and then after that it collapsed. Jacksonville started scoring
Didn't
after
they have a
that.
lead in the fourth quarter and the third quarter?
Yeah, the Niners had a lead in the up till the third quarter, and after that it crumbled.
I mean, in this game in particular, obviously I don't like blowing leads. But in this game in particular, when you have two turnovers, 3 turnovers, like you having a lead is not likely in most in most scenarios. So the fact the Niners even had a lead, but the way that the Niners played, the Niners deserve to get blown out. That's how bad the Niners played today. It shouldn't have been close.
I just don't. I mean, like, man, I love my team. Niners are my team for all for foremost and all. They're my team. I love this group. They got a good group under Kyle Shanahan. Uh, but um, which players do you think stepped up? Like, if you had maybe a couple of players that you think stepped up, who do you think stepped up? I think Purdy stepped up. He he did really well. He came in the game after he was injured. They put him in the game. I think he did well. I think Pearsall did well, and I think McCaffrey did well.
I mean, McCaffrey, the whole offense is pretty much based around McCaffrey. I feel like it's almost like give the ball to McCaffrey all the time and, screen pass to McCaffrey or run the ball at McCaffrey. I wish we used Brian Robinson Jr. more, who we got from the Commanders, because we traded for him and he had like one rush for like 7 yards and we took him out the game after that. I wish he was more involved in the offense. So players that stepped up, Jake Tonjes is one of them. Fred Warner, he steps up pretty much every game, but Fred Warner's out here making tackles. And congrats to Fred Warner because he actually passed Patrick Willis in most forced fumbles for the 49ers with 17. So Fred
Uh,
Warner steps up
so
every
would you
every
say that this 5 point loss to against Jacksonville, would you say this is a punch to the gut
I
on
mean,
how the Niners fought, how the Niners came back and made this game interesting, and they still ended up coming up short in the end? They were trying to win this game, but they couldn't make it. Would you say that this is a punch to the gut
I
for Niner
wouldn't
fans?
I wouldn't I mean, for Niners fans it sucks because imagine going to the game and the way that the Niners played today with easy wide open drops and things like that. You're going to be frustrated as a fan, but I don't necessarily know if it was a punch in the gut because with the way that the Niners played, they didn't deserve to win. They deserved to get blown out. And the fact that it was such a close game at the end, and obviously we couldn't we obviously didn't win, and Brock Purdy had that fumble at the end of the drive, but we didn't deserve to win today. We didn't play well enough to win today. It was really bad. It was really sloppy offensively, special teams. Defense had some issues, but defense actually fought and actually kept the Niners in this game. Otherwise, it could have been even bigger of a blowout. So I wouldn't
Um,
necessarily
and and uh, um, and when Niners when it was 26-21, the Jacksonville Jaguars were running out the clock. They were saying, like, we won this game. We don't gotta play no more. We can just run the clock out. We can just we don't gotta. We already got the lead. I mean, what are Niners gonna do? I mean, so um, it's really like it, Niner fans who went 49er fans who went to the game had to deal with the jawing of Jacksonville Jaguar fans at Niner fans and saying that we're better than you. You never like to have the opponents getting up in your face and jawing at you, saying all kinds of things in your face, all kinds of taunting you, saying that Niners are not going to win. I bet Niner Jaguar fans were doing that at the game. They were probably like getting up in Niner fans' faces and saying, like, your team isn't the best this year, and you're not going to make it to the Super Bowl. All those kind of things. Those are not things you like to hear, because from the opponent, you want to hear from them that, good game, you put your heart out there, you tried your best, you put it out there on the line, and you still, you put up good effort, and you still lost, and that's what sports matters. Sports matters about putting the character you build on and off the field is what matters about sports.
can I ask you a question, Shardol?
What?
How you said you went to the Giants game?
I went to the Giants game after I came back from the game. Yeah, I was watching the game on my phone, and yeah, when you saw that for that 51-yard punt return for a touchdown, how furious were you? Like, were you like
I was
out
I
of
was I
like
was upset
absolutely like
also.
losing it? Like
Yep.
you were
No,
not
I was
having
with
it
you, man.
the best time
No,
as
I
a
was with
Niner
you.
fan,
I
Niner
was I
content
was upset.
creator,
I
making
was
49er content.
No, I was upset, man. Even content aside, as a fan, seeing that was really frustrating. It was really annoying, and we people talk about like how many special teams coordinators we've changed over the past couple of years, but it was really frustrating.
Like that 51-yard touchdown to me, like that looked like something some guy could do in Madden. You know, like when he scored a 15-yard punt return in a video game, somebody
Yeah,
could do that in Madden. Like if they're playing Madden 26, you could do that in Madden. Like that's how realistic like NFL football is to a video game, like which is like simulation, like not real. It's not real, but it's like a fake. It's a fake game, and you could score a punt return and a touch in a video game too if you wanted to, and make it look as realistic as watching like going to a live football game. Like it could be realistic. I mean, it's in all it's a video game. Really, it's not really like real. They're trying to be as realistic as they can with the game. But yeah.
you play Madden short all.
I play Madden 26.
You play Madden 26. That's what's up. You play with the Niners.
Yeah. So what are some tips you'd give to the 49ers? I know they're facing the Rams in their next game. What are some tips you give to the Niners if they don't want to recreate this horrible performance that they did today? They did not deserve to win this game at all today against Jacksonville. I mean, they should have gone blown out. But
I mean, just come out and play smart, complementary football. Just come out and play a clean game. Can't have sloppy turnovers. Can't have wide open drop passes. Can't shoot yourself in the foot because that's what the Niners did today. And I'm okay with the Niners losing a game, but I'm not okay with the Niners losing with as many self inflicted wounds as we had today. So if you're playing the Rams, it's a short week on Thursday night. The Rams are a good team. Winner will, probably stay at the top of the division. Whoever wins this game. So it is a big game, Thursday night, short week. But just come out and play clean football. No Brock
I
Purdy
mean,
interceptions. Yes,
I
Shorter.
mean, like
Yeah.
they're a really good. They're a really good unit. But again, when the Niners face against the Rams, it's gonna be a tough matchup because you got Matthew Stafford on the Rams
Yep.
and you got Brock Purdy on the 49ers. So you got that matchup. So it's not gonna be easy. But yeah, but Niners got to come out strong against the Rams. I mean, it's gonna be, it's definitely a rivalry. The Rams and the Niners, they don't like each other. Every time they play, they have that antagonistic rivalry that they have between each other. Um but yeah, but I just hope they come out strong, man. Like against the Rams, man. They play them um, two times in the year. I think they play in Levi's for one game. I think they play at SoFi Stadium for another game. I'm not sure which two of those games. I'm not sure which one is at in Santa Clara, which one is in L.A. But I know they play two times in the year. But that's gonna be a good game. Purdy and Stafford. They've had Rams have had our number in the past years. We played them. They've always had our number.
Yep. And I mean, the Niners have had their numbers, but the Rams number. But like last year, we played on Thursday night. The Rams beat us on Thursday night last year. They beat us in the NFC Championship game, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl against the Bengals. But it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game, and the Niners have to come out and just play good, clean football if they want to win this game.
But
Yep.
how often do you make content on your channel? Like, are you pretty consistent with your content that you make on your that you put on
I
your
have
channel?
not streamed on my channel in a while, Shardol.
Yeah. So um yeah, but I just want to say it was great for you to come on my channel. It's an honor always having you on my channel. It's great talking Niner football with you, man. I love it.
Same.
We gotta, you know, I would have really loved a win today over Jacksonville, but whatever. You can't dwell on what's happened already. I try and tell all my friends that you know I mean, it's the team's. It's not your fault. It's the team's fault that they lost. It's not yours. You're just rooting the team on and giving them inspiration. It's the team that didn't do well today. So I try and tell my friends that as a team, you know, they're gonna win games, lose games. It's really you can't really like there's nothing you can really do about it because you're not gonna win every game. Uh, so unfortunately, my prediction of the Niners going 17-0 isn't gonna unfortunately happen for me. I was really like optimistic that they would go undefeated and win every single game, but that was a little bit of a hot take, which was kind of crazy because when I told my friends at work that the Niners go 17-0, they would say that's a little bit far fetched out there. It's not going to happen, um, because they're not going to win every game. But yeah, it's always great having you on my channel, man. We gotta hook up, do this again. Definitely let you know when I'm free. Um, yeah, we gotta do this. We gotta do this another time. Uh, but thanks for coming on, man. And uh, tough. This was a tough loss. Um, Jacksonville Jaguars 26, San Francisco 49ers 21. Um, and
I appreciate
I
you
love
having me on, Shardol.
I love to see you on a future time, man. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and let's get together and do another 49er post game show together, man. It's really fun to have you on my show, and hope you have a great rest of your evening, and we'll collaborate, and we'll pick a day. We'll pick a day that works for us, um, and then we'll go on from there. But I'm gonna be doing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and 49ers post game show. I'm gonna doing that with CG, so I'll definitely send you the link through X, and then we'll look forward to doing that show together. But hope you have a great rest of your evening, and thanks for coming on the show. Do you have any final thoughts before we close out the stream for today?
I appreciate you having me on, Shardol. It's always fun talking 49er football with you, and hopefully the Niners can go 16-1, bro. Like it's 17-0. I know your prediction didn't happen, but hopefully we can go 16-1. And I had a great time talking football with you, Shardol.
Hey, we got some comments. We got insane. We said, "What up, Charlotte? Do you see what Melvin said post game?" And then we got a comment from Joe. I said the 49ers entire game plan was give McCaffrey the ball. It's gonna get him injured. Uh, we got a comment from Joe R says Green Bay touchdown. Uh, comment from Dank Dank says Charlotte. Um, Dank Dank says guess I'm late. Good to see you, brother. And then got comment from Insane Sports Takes. What up, Charlotte? Thanks for coming on this stream, Insane Sports Takes. But Mean, thanks for hopping on, man. I love your personality, man. I love you makes I know you haven't been going you haven't been going live a lot on your channel, but I hope you stay consistent and start being as consistent as you can on your channel making content. But you know I look forward to seeing you on October 12th for the Bucks and Niners post game show. CG's gonna be on the show with us. So it's gonna be you, me, and CG. We're gonna be talking about the game. Um, I've never had three people on a panel at one time, so we could all talk about the game together. But I'll see you. I'll see you on the 12th, man. And if you have plans, or if something comes up, don't hesitate to let me know. If you have any personal plans or you can't make it to the show, don't hesitate to reach out to me.
All right, bro. I appreciate it.
I hope
It
you
was
have a
fun
great rest of
talking
your
football.
evening, man. And
Hope you too.
thanks for
Hope you
hopping
do
on.
the
And
same.
I hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too, Shardol.
See you later.